Hey guys, welcome back to Keeping Up with China. So today we're back with another video. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So today I'm standing because I had the chair behind me, but I'm like, it keeps on moving. I'm just like, let me just stand so I can feel more comfortable when talking and stuff, because I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but hopefully it's not too long. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about the COVID 2019, so the coronavirus. You know, as you guys know, right now we're in a pandemic right now, and I feel like everybody's going crazy. Everybody's, you know, some people are taking it a little bit serious than others, and some people are just like overdoing it. I mean, I don't think there's such thing as overdoing it, because it is serious, and a lot of people's been dying from it and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go over a few things of what the coronavirus disease is, and also like what are some things that we can do, and also like just a little bit about what the virus is, so you guys can educate, and that's very important too. You guys have to educate yourself on what it is, and so that you're not alarmed, and you'll know what's going on and stuff like that, and stay updated with all the news and all that stuff, because this is something that's moving really fast. It's spreading everywhere, and everybody's I honestly feel like everybody's gonna end up catching it. But that's another I'm gonna make another video regarding like ways it spread, ways that we can take precautions when it comes to getting the virus and stuff. And also I'm going to be talking about how it's been like working in the hospital with the coronavirus. So that's going to probably be another video, because this video is just going to be talking about what is the coronavirus. All right, so I got this information from the CDC, because I didn't want to just just go online and just Google and just get any type of information which is not accurate. So I got this from the CDC, so it's pretty accurate. Okay, so I'm just gonna read you guys, what is coronavirus disease 2019. So the coronavirus disease is also known as the COVID-19. Is a respiratory illness that can spread from one person to person. The virus that causes COVID-19 is a novel coronavirus that was first identified during an investigation into an outbreak in Wuhan, China. So I guess they discovered this virus in China. So we're not sure if that's if that's where it came from, if that's where but that was just the first investigation. That was the first time that they've seen they came in contact with the virus, which was in China. So everybody just thinks that the Chinese people is the one that I guess created it, or I don't know. People just have all type of assumptions and stuff like that, so which is just crazy. Okay, so another question a lot of people get is like, can I get the COVID-19, which is, can they get the coronavirus? And the answer, I mean, sadly, but the answer is yes. It's because the coronavirus is spreading from one person to person in parts of the world. Risk of infection from the virus that causes the coronavirus is higher for people who are close in contact of someone known to have the coronavirus. For example, healthcare workers or household members. Other people at higher risk for infection are those who live in or have recently been in an area with ongoing spread of COVID-19, which example China. If you have a family member who's been there, or you know, who lives there, then you know it's going to be a higher chance that they'll catch it, because that's where, you know, in that area, it's, you know, it's really known, and it's, you know, really spreading over there. And also healthcare workers like us, like nurses, doctors, physical therapists, anybody who's dealing with the healthcare system, it's easier for us to, I mean, it's gonna be spreading more throughout, you know, the healthcare system, because we're the first line of, you know, of care. Like, we're the one who, you know, even if the patient is sick, we still have to take care of them, you know. So, and a lot of the time we don't know who have them, you know. A lot of time when they're not showing symptoms, especially right now, they're not really testing just everybody. You got to have all the symptoms in order for them to test you. So I just hope all of this change, but we will see, guys. So another question is, how does the coronavirus spread? I mean, I already said, you know, it's person to person, basically contact, but let me just read a little bit more into detail into what into how the COVID-19 spread. The virus that causes COVID-19 probably emerged from an animal source, but is now spreading from person to person. The virus is thought to spread mainly between people who are in close contact with another within about 6 feet. Through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It also may be possible that a person can get the COVID-19 by touching, you know, a surface area or object that has the virus on it already. And then the person who touched it, you know, goes and touch their eyes, their mouth, their nose, anywhere that has an opening membrane. If you touch all of that, there's a chance that, you know, you will get the, you know, you will get the virus in it. But like, you know, there's other ways that it spreads and stuff, but you know, that's the main way that it spreads, through, like, you know, if they cough and sneeze, and then, or if you know, the person who has it already, who's already been infected, touch something or sneeze on it or whatever, and you go and touch it, and you putting your hand all over your face. Yeah, and that's another thing that they say, do not, you know, like, always be washing your hands and all that stuff, and do not touch your face. Like, that's something that we really need to practice a lot. Another question people have is, what are the symptoms of the COVID-19? Patient with the COVID-19 has had mild to severe respiratory illness with symptoms of fever, cough, and shortness of breath. So if you have all three of these, you better go get tested. Like, and the thing is, you have to have all three of them. So that's what, you know, sometimes, you know, makes it hard to know if the person has it or not, because sometimes some people just, you know, are starting to get the symptoms and they don't know yet until, you know, sometimes it's too late, you know. Another one, what are the severe complications from the virus? You know, some patients have pneumonia in the lungs, in which can, you know, cause multi-organ failure. And then in some cases, you know, that especially, you know, the elder populations, they're the one who is most at risk, because, you know, their immune system is not all that great. So, you know, they're most at risk right now. Another question is, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so this part is talking about people that can help protect people can help protect themselves from respiratory illness with everyday preventive actions. For example, avoid close contact with people who are sick. So if you're sick, if you know somebody is sick, don't go near them. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. I mean, honestly, truly, guys, we're not supposed to be doing that anyways, but right now it's a crucial time to actually be practicing these things, because it's very crucial that we're not touching stuff and touching our face and all that stuff. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or and also use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol if soap and water are not available. So if you cannot wash your hand at the moment, make sure that you carry around hand sanitizer. I know right now hand sanitizer are like, you can't really find them at stores anymore because people just take those things and pack and and have them at home with their families, and some people just don't have any at all at their house, which is messed up. But I'm pretty sure you guys can find ways to get them. Or I know people are saying that there's ways for you to actually make your own hand sanitizer, and there's links, I mean there's videos on YouTube showing you how to make your own hand sanitizer. So I strongly suggest, if you don't have any hand sanitizers and stuff like that, you should look online and see ways you can make your own. So what should I do if I recently traveled from an area with ongoing spread of COVID-19? If you have traveled from an affected area, there may be restrictions on your movement for up to 2 weeks. If you develop symptoms during that period, such as fever, coughing, or trouble breathing, you have to seek medical advice. You can call your call the office of your healthcare provider before you go, and tell them that you have traveled and also what your symptoms are. They will give you instructions on how to get care without exposing other people to your illness. While sick, avoid contact with people. Don't go out and delay any travels to reduce the possibility of spreading the illness from one person to another. So if you feel like you met the criteria of having the shortness of breath, coughing, or fever, just stay quarantine yourself, and get call your healthcare providers, tell them what's going on, and that you've possibly been in contact with that with a person, or if you recently came from that area, tell them what's going on, and and then they'll tell you what to do regarding to how you can get treated without actually spreading the disease to other people. Another great question that people always have is about that. So is there a vaccine? There is no vaccines to protect against COVID-19. The best way to prevent infection is to everyday preventive actions, like avoiding close contact with people who are sick or who you think have the virus, and also washing your hands often, and also just practicing good hygiene, basically. Is there a treatment? There is no specific antiviral treatment for COVID-19. People with COVID-19 can seek medical care to help relieve the symptoms. So basically, I'm paying. For now we are, because there's no cure, there's no treatment for it yet. Just treating the symptoms, and we haven't heard of anybody who's the younger population and stuff like that, who has a good immune system. We haven't heard any cases where they're dying. I've heard of this one guy who died, and he was 21, but he did have leukemia, which means his immune system was just not strong enough to actually fight that, to fight the infection. So I'm really just anxious, and just want to know where this is going to lead to, and if they're going to find a treatment, if they're going to find some type of vaccines. I just want to know what's going to happen, because yes, the quarantine and all that, so we can quarantine ourselves, but we can't quarantine ourselves for our whole life. We gotta find another solution. So I'm really just anxious to where this all leads to. But that's about it, you guys. If you guys have any questions regarding this disease, this virus, leave your comments and questions down below. If I can answer them, I'll try my best to answer them. I will make another video regarding ways that how it is right now in the hospital, because a lot of people are curious, have we have any cases in the hospital, or what are you guys doing, so I'm gonna make another video regarding that. So you guys stay tuned, and thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.